One of my goals from the start of the year was to medal at World Champs, and I remember setting that goal and thinking, that's going to be a real challenge to achieve. And when I went there, I wanted to win, and I gave it everything. And when I crossed the line, I was pretty gutted not to win. But then, when it sunk in, I was so happy to finish second. And, my best result of the year, and to finish second at World Champs, probably the biggest race of the year, was just amazing. Especially when you think of all that could have gone wrong. You could have punctured, you could have crashed, you could have made a really big mistake, and you would have been way back in 7th or something like that. So no, I was really happy that weekend was successful, and to come home with second was just incredible, to be fair. Amazing. So after the season, I kind of had quite a bit of time off the bike, just resting and riding a lot of trials. And then the day before the crash, I had my first day back on the Dai Robot, which was all good. And then the next day we had a team meeting day just to make some plans for this season now. And after that we went out just for a little spin with all the guys from the team, and I ended up crocking myself really. I was just messing about in front of the camera and wasn't paying enough attention, or didn't take it seriously enough, I suppose, and ended up crocking myself. I'm glad it's happened in the off season, where I've not missing loads of races. I might miss the start of the season, but hopefully that'll be it. The downside of all that is I'm missing a lot of training. I'm still putting in the work on the upper body and the rehab on the leg, but it's not the same as being able to get out on the bike and do squats and deadlifts, which I'm going to be out of for a long time. So yeah, it is really annoying, but as I said earlier, I've got a fair few years in elite, I hope, so it's not as bad as if it was my last year junior off season, then I'd be devastated because I know all my overalls would be ruined. So yeah, it's awful, but it's a challenge. It's a new challenge that I've been quite excited for, and yeah, I look forward to getting back. I was in hospital for 2.5 weeks, and you cannot do anything in hospital when you can't even move. So that the 2.5 weeks in hospital were by far the hardest part of it, especially feeling so just dead basically. That's the hardest part. But then when you start working, you get back in the gym and back with the physios and with the coach, and you start making really big progress. Every day you can see noticeable progress. It's motivating, Callum has been a huge help, and first, I think when I come in first, maybe a couple of weeks after the operation, and we just started doing the smallest of exercises, just trying to get a bit of tension through the quads, and now we are, I think, we're 6 weeks or 7 weeks post-op, and the difference is incredible. The work we've done has made all the difference really. Instead of just lying at home, we've done a lot of rehab exercises, and it's made a world of difference for sure. I know I'm 100% confident in the training I'm doing is right, and that I can just work with him and do as he says, and I'm confident then that I've done all the right stuff, and I'm doing what I can to get back to my fitness. When you're training, or say you've done 3-4 months of really solid training, and you're at quite a peak, it's hard to then make major gains, say make a lot of progress, because you're already at such a high level. It's really hard to then push on to make even more progress. But with the injury, the progress I can make daily is incredible, so it's a lot more, it's motivating. I put the work in today, and tomorrow I'll see positive effects of it. Whereas if you're training at a very high end, and you're peaking, or you're not peaking, but you're strong, and you're doing everything right, then it is hard. It'll take 3 months to notice a difference from what you were doing a few months ago. So it's a lot easier to stay motivated in this situation, because I can just see the progress day in and day out. So today we've been in the gym, Breeden and with Alan, and just to see what he's lifting and what he's doing and where he's at is a really good, I suppose, target to try and follow and achieve. So it's really good to see him working and the work he's putting in. So yeah, it's a big motivation, and hopefully well-being in the future.